It's time for us to build together again, and I picked up the Ninjago Dragonstone Shrine set. Okay, this is going to be an awesome set. I can just feel it, and I'm so glad you're here to build with me. We're going to start straight away with building Lloyd, I believe. It's got to be him. Got the nice green eyes, and he's got a white suit with his green on it. I'm going to be up front and let you know I haven't watched all the seasons yet. I'm in the middle of them. I'm actually in season 5, which I know is embarrassing. But I've just got so many other shows I've been trying to keep up with, and it's been hard to keep up with everything and stay on top of it. So I'm working hard to get caught up. I know the newest seasons are... Well, let me see. I've done something wrong here. There's just one of those. Sorry, the newest seasons are pretty cool, I think, of what's coming out. So I'm really looking forward to being able to get caught up. But that being said, I sure do love the Ninjago series, and pretty excited to see what this set looks like. He looks pretty nifty. Look at that. He's got quite the weapon there. And some hair. That minifig's got quite the head of hair on him. It's pretty nice, huh? Okay, we're going to set Lloyd over here. We're actually going to set him down. Let him hang out back there and watch us work. But we're going to do a book first. Ooh, he gets a book. Let's see, we'll need our stickers for the first part. Not too many stickers to this set, but a few. We'll start off with this little book. I'm sure if I was paying attention to the seasons better, I'd know what this is, but we're just going to have that as a little secret to find out later, I guess. Yeah, goodness, so how are all of you? It has been a while since I have been able to build because things have been beyond crazy here. Well, it's really nice to be able to finally actually get to sit down and be able to put some bricks together. When I saw this one coming out, I was really excited about it. It's a beautiful set, even if you aren't majorly into the Ninjago world. It just looks so beautiful and well done. Excited to add it to the collection. I'm not sure what this is to start with, but I'm sure we're going to find out soon. Now, I did read there's some Easter eggs in here, and we can be looking for them. One of them is some colorful bricks that's going to be built into the base of it somehow. According to an interview that I read, the designer actually said that those colorful bricks are supposed to, signify the different colors of the main ninjas throughout their seasons, I guess. So it'll be interesting to start looking, wonder if that green one could be the start of it for the green ninja. I have to see what kind of pops up here. Well, I know. There it is. I know this piece is here somewhere. It's hiding from me. This is fun. Okay, we're going to start building up some rock structure, and I love that. I love building rock, and any new technique is exciting for me to learn. So let's see what they do with this here. Looks like it's going to have some water actually on it. Let me see here. I need this piece first to go up here. Oh, that's nice. See how that one went down there, and then there you go. Folds up on it. That's really cool. All right, and then we're going to put that right on there. I love when they're doing this, where they put the connectors on that side there so then you can put something to cover it up. I've been trying to utilize that more in my own personal builds. So I get really excited when I see them do it on these. Paying close attention to what they're doing. It looks like we're going to do another one. Same kind of idea here. So I hope you have all been well and staying busy. We saw the eclipse here in our state. It was a partial eclipse over us. That was really cool. We were able to see that. We had some glasses from the last eclipse left over and we were sharing them. It's just so weird because it's still sunlight outside, but it's kind of like you're not wearing sunglasses, but that's exactly what it felt like, that you were wearing sunglasses. And so it just kind of throws your mind a little bit for a loop, thinking, what in the world is wrong with my eyes? It's a very, very neat experience to see that happen. So that was exciting. Oops, put that up one. Must be building part of the base here. All right, I'm trying to figure out where in the world they're working because, okay, oh, they're over here. Okay, I got confused there for a second. I'm going to start adding water in right away. Let me see here. Oh, look at that. That's nice. I put one of the slope pieces so that it fit right there and made it look like the water was running right off. That's genius. I sure do love this color of blue that they use. It's like a really light turquoise almost. I think that's a really pretty piece to use. I like the darker blue piece that can be used for the water, but this one makes it look like probably less deep water. But I like it a lot. I think it's beautiful. Okay. So kind of working on that base structure here. Okay, another Easter egg in it. Oh, wait, before we talk about that, we have one of the fish. Koya? I'm not sure how to pronounce that perfectly. Fish that they have swimming down here, and it's already printed on it, and it's really cool. Cool piece. And it was in, I've seen it also in the Friends Botanical Garden. They had some of them in there. But here he is. He's going to swim right along in our water. That's awesome. I'd seen on the box that they had some. But anyways, another Easter egg that the designer said was, well, I don't know if he said it was an Easter egg, but there was just kind of, he was talking about potentially how Raz, I hope I'm saying that right, is he connected with the Chima world? Are they trying to bring the two worlds together? And that's interesting, and they never really confirmed it. I'm not sure if it has or has not been confirmed as of yet, but that would be cool, wouldn't it? I loved Lego Chima. I thought that was really cool. I'd love to see them do more with it. But supposedly there is a crystal built in here somewhere, and I guess maybe that would be the actual Easter egg part of it. And maybe trying to link the two because, you know, if you watched in Chima, the crystals were really important. So that is something we can look forward to looking for. And then the last one, it says that the designer said he wouldn't say what it was, but we would know it when we saw it. Now, I cheated a little because I had to ask my daughter about it. She actually had bought this set on her own and built it. And she thinks she knows where it is and kind of gave me a hint because I haven't been able to watch all the shows. So I was like, I might need a little help here. And so we'll see if we come up to it, if I can kind of, oops, this needs to go up one. I put it one too far back. This is an interesting little part we're building, isn't it? I'm guessing we're going to attach a lot more of the base to this. It's building up kind of complicated, isn't he? It'll be interesting to see if she's right about that Easter egg and what she thinks it's found. Okay, put two of these together, and I love these pieces right here. This little jagged curve on one side, and that goes right here. Okay, so those are extra. So we have bag number 1 done. Looks like we've built up part of the base. The little fish already. Now on to bag number 2. Okay, so we're going to go right into building wrasse here. I really hope I'm saying that right. I actually looked it up and heard somebody else say it to try to make sure I was, but then I'm afraid I might have forgotten exactly how he said it. If I'm wrong, let me know. Really got to watch this season. Oh, he's cool. I'm assuming he's probably not the good guy. But, I mean, he's awesome looking. He gets a little weapon here. Let's see if we can put it together for him. Whoops. Oh, here it is. A little rod. I love the purple on him. I mean, I love purple, so it's kind of a easy one, but let's put that mark down. Ooh. I love those pieces right there. The axe portion. It's in a nice color too. All right. Ooh, he looks a little scary, doesn't he? That's a really nice headpiece though. He's very deep black. All right, we'll put him back here with Lloyd. I like to pester my daughter. He's in the Ninjago movie. Garmadon would say Lloyd instead of Lloyd. I don't think he said it in the TV series, but he does in the movie that was made, and so I'll go around saying Lloyd. Annoying her a bit. Because she doesn't care for the movie as much. She prefers the series. I like both, but I actually really liked the movie. I like Garmadon in it. That's cool. Look at that piece. All right, we're going to put that on right here. Oh, I love the way they're building up this. That's really neat. All right, so to put this aside, and we're going to do this other portion. I have a feeling that their techniques that they're using are going to be pretty exciting throughout it. It just looked like a really cool formation that was being built up around this. I got a real chuckle when we were talking about what sets we were hoping to get on the month that these were released, and my daughter said something about she wanted the Erping Dragon. And I was like, the Erping Dragon, which she meant throwing up dragon. And I had to go look at the pictures again because I was like, why is she calling it that? Well, because he's got the water coming out of his, the waterfall coming out of his mouth. But she said it looks like he's throwing up water. It's kind of funny. So now we call him the Erping Dragon. That, or I'm always going around quoting the Mulan movie, the original cartoon that Disney did. the great, when Mushu says that, I'm the great stone dragon, when he's pretending, that he's the statue that fell over that he was supposed to go wake up. And so I go around calling him the great stone dragon. We've just had a lot of fun, I suppose, with this set. Now I'm excited to actually build him up and see what I think of him out of the box. Oh, let me see here. I'm trying to find, oh, it's hiding. It's hiding over here. This is really interesting, the way that they're making this stuff. Kind of trying to make sure I get everything in the right spot, because there's a lot going on, isn't there? Lots of rock. Looks like this cute little. Well, let me see here. We gotta do this right. We need this piece right here. And then we're gonna put that on it. Oops. Just wanted to fly off, and then it sits in like this. Kind of like it slides in and out. That's interesting. Wonder what that's for. Well, we're gonna find out. Probably pretty soon. Let's see what this little contraption is that we're going to make. Yeah, I said I hadn't been able to build for a bit because we'd been really crazy. And we had good reason for it too, because we had to give our sweet kitty a surgery to help him out, because he had actually broken both of his back hips. It was a genetic condition that caused it. The blood flow to the legs actually, I guess when they were growing, the growth plates in the femur, the ball to it, actually cut off the blood supply. Okay, this goes right here. Put this in right. Oh, ooh, that's what moves it. Okay, I'm not sure why it moves, but we're gonna have to wait and see. So he was walking around with 2 broken hips, poor little guy. We couldn't leave him that way, so we gave him a special surgery that they have. Unbelievable what they're able to do. I'll spare you the details in case you're a little squeamish. Very understandably so. And but he's doing amazing. He's healing really well. But it has been a tough recovery. It's a big surgery, big to recover from, and they did both hips at the same time. And I just so proud of our little guy for being so brave through it. He never fussed through the whole recovery, even though you knew it must have been very painful. So we've been spending a lot of time taking care of him and trying to get him healthy again. He is finally out of the cone, which, oh, I am so glad, because that's always so hard on him, but he was a trooper through it. And now he's learning how to walk again. His back legs are like jello. He's a little wobbly as he's learning to gain his strength in those legs and build up the scar tissue, which will actually hold the joints together. Now we've got something, I know it's got even more to it that moves. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. Put one of these right there. Seal that up. Okay. So make sure I put something on there. I thought maybe I'd forgotten, but I hadn't. yeah, so we finally got Sir Percy on the road to recovery, and we're really hoping that he's just going to really be able to have a really good life from here on out. I am trying to figure out which way they want me to turn this. I keep turning it the wrong way. This goes underneath here. Not sure what I did. I think I put it in the wrong spot to begin with. Okay. I don't know when I put this on, but I messed up. One goes up underneath, and one goes off to the side here, and then this piece goes here. If I confused you, that's what we're supposed to do. And then if we turn it around, we should have that correct too. All right, and this is going to attach to here. I want to make sure I get this lined up right. And I'm gonna squish it on there. Okay. Oh, isn't it looking cool? And this moves. We still don't know why, but we're going to figure it out. Okay, now down here, we're going to put another one of these. Right there. Oh, goodness, it's just really cool. Okay. All right, this is interesting. I'm looking at the instructions here. Make sure I do this right. They put these two together and then put this on. And it's this connection underneath here that actually holds this onto there. Look at that. Okay, that works. Pretty cool, huh? I'm hoping that things down here get back to normal soon, but I'm thinking they're not going to, because I have a child graduating high school and a child graduating from college coming up in about 5 weeks. And we have all kinds of family coming in for it, and we're going to have to be traveling to the college. And goodness, it's just going to be super fun, super busy, lots to do to get ready for it. This does not want to pop in. There we go. That goes there. Wonder what we're building. I've been procrastinating a bit getting everything ready for it. Maybe it's just, I don't know. It's a little scary thinking about so much getting ready to change in our life. So it's a reason to postpone it, I suppose, than face it. But I'm very excited for both the kids. They worked so hard, and I'm so proud of them. So we're going to just party it up and have a great time. Let me see here. I have to do 2 of these. So I'm going to kind of do them in order here. Let's see. Make sure I'm doing this right. This is an interesting little piece of rock. Maybe it's kind of supposed to be half carved. Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? All right, let me see here. Did I do that right? Well, they said to build it up the same. Oh, I didn't do it right. Okay. One goes this way with this pointed tip up, and then you flip it so then the other one goes this way. Does that make sense? Because I put them on both going the same way, and I had one kind of upside down. All right. So we have that done now, but now we're going to build another part up. I'm telling you, it's a little tricky. It's fun, but I got to make sure I'm doing this right before I mess something up. Let's see. This one goes this way. I like the color of green that they're using in this. This kind of mossy green. And then look at this. They're putting pink flowers next to it. And that pink and that green are really phenomenally beautiful together. That pink in general is just a really nice color of pink, but we're going to put it right down there on top of that. All right, now let's see what they want here. They want us to turn it this way, have this way, and I think there's a hole right in there. This white part is supposed to go up in there, and they want us to push this in, which everything's got to be lined up right. It feels like I can't. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's a little tricky. Take your time. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay. I'm guessing we either will have to tilt it later on or it actually can move. Super cool. All right, we're going to build up the sides to cover up all these colors. So we had the green, we've got blue, we have red, if we've been paying any attention to these colors that are supposedly inside of the thing. All right, we're going to build up 2 of these. We'll build up one real quick first, and then we'll build up the other one. Love these pieces. Don't get to see these pieces very often. There's been a whole bunch of them so far. Cool is that? Okay, I'll do that again real quick. I think they would be lovely to build into a lot of rock structures. All right, they want us to put them where the points are aiming down on both sides. Okay, and then they want us to put up here next to those pink flowers 2 more of those. Okay, and then yep, there are times we can move it with that. And it just moves so smooth. It's really nice. Okay, and we're on to bag number 3. We're going to push him back just a little bit because I think we're going to actually build up another little base structure. And then we'll probably start attaching them all together. And kind of funny, I'll start, let me see here, I've got to turn this, yeah, okay, it's back here. I'll start building a Lego set up, and you know, I never know if I'm gonna really get excited about it, or you know, that one's cool. And I tend to be, what's the right word? I suppose I tend to be a little bit passionate about things. Get very excited if something really tickles me or you know, touches me, and so I'll do that with Legos. I'll get really excited about something, or I'll become passionate about something I don't care for in them. Suppose it's just the way I am. And so I never know what the set, I mean, I can be really excited about it, but then I get into it and I'm just like, oh, you know, I don't like it that much, or I'll think, oh, I don't know if that's going to be a great set, and then I'll start building it, and then I just get so excited. And that is what's happening with this one. It's really well built. It's it hasn't been difficult to build up, but the intricacy of the details is really surprising me. And I really like how it's going together, and kind of between the techniques and the look. And I'm just getting really excited about what's coming up and what they'll do. We have more blue, green, red. I am absolutely convinced that pretty much all the sets that I've built are wonderful. I mean, the designers just do such an amazing job with any and all of the sets. But sometimes I think something magical happens with some sets, and I don't know, I can't describe it. It just becomes really special. And those are the sets that get me really excited, because you can just feel that something special happened when it was designed. And I have a feeling that this is another one of those magical sets that just have something extra special to offer. I really hope you're building this with me, because I'm thinking that maybe you might be kind of seeing the same thing. This is going to be a super cool set, I think. One set that I have not picked up because looking at it, I just was concerned that it would be one that, I don't know, that didn't quite have that maybe kind of missed the mark just a little bit, and that's Optimus Prime. And that really discourages me, but I'm going to get Optimus. I've been dragging my feet on it because I was just concerned that he just wasn't, I don't know. I think maybe because he was based more off of the cartoon, and I'm more familiar with the movies that were released. But I guess it's Optimus Prime. I was expecting something incredible, and I was like, oh, I don't know. Oops, just popped that right off. I don't know if it quite hit the mark of how awesome I thought that maybe he was supposed to look. Now I've done something here, and I'm going to figure out what I've done. I'm not sure why I put that piece on there. Let me double check. That goes there, yeah. I put one on the opposite side, and I have no idea why. Well, looky there. I get so excited about things, and then I get rattle-brained. Okay, that goes there. But we fixed it early on, so we should be good. But you know what'll happen? I will finally get my act together, and I will go pick up Optimus Prime, and then I'll build him, and he'll be unbelievable and amazing, and I'll have to eat every single one of my words. And you know what? I actually hope that's exactly how it happens, because I want him to be awesome. And honestly, the one thing that I've noticed about sets is the boxes and the pictures, they don't give justice to the sets. I haven't built one set yet that didn't benefit from being able to see it in person and be able to actually build it up and make sure I got everything right there. I think I did. We can move on. So that alone lesson should let us know that we should, what in the world? Wait a second, because I have no idea what they're doing here. Okay. We're supposed to put these clear plates on. You see this little piece that has the two studs on top? Well, they want us to put it where one side's loose and it's only connected on one side of the plate. And then on the other side, we're going to put something else. A little confusing on the instructions there. So one side will just be kind of hanging off, and there's a little piece that has a connection point to it down in there. So we're going to use that later on. All right, this goes over here. Okay, got that. That took us a second. Okay, let me see here. But that reminds me of something, actually. A story that happened recently. We went to our local Lego store, And I was looking for these pieces. It's clear, so hoping you can see what it is. These pieces right here, and I was looking for them in different colors so that I could do a piece of artwork that I'm trying to work on. And there's a person that works there that we're friends with, and he's very, very kind, and we have a lot of fun visiting with him when we go in. And he said, "What are you looking for today?" And I said, "Well, I'm looking for some studs." Well, that's what we've always called these pieces. We've called them studs, and we got that off of the Lego game video games that were created, because it was like the currency. They called them studs, and that was the points you would gather up. Oh, another fish in the game to be able to purchase things or whatever you use the currency for. So we've been calling him that for years. So I just called him a stud, and he said, "Okay," and he pointed to a color. I said, "No, that's not the stud I'm talking about." And he was talking about a 1x1 brick. He said, "Well, that's what they're called. They're called studs." This was, of course, after he laughed at me, because he said, "You should be careful saying that you're going around looking for studs." Well, we laughed about that for a while, but I'm very happily married, and I'm not looking for any studs. But so then he, gave us a lesson on the names of Lego pieces, and he said, these are actually called 1x1 round plates. And the studs were the 1x1 brick. Okay. So I came home and I thought, oh goodness, I'm already bad at names. And then, got myself all confused and, a little embarrassed in the store there. But it was all good and all for fun. But started doing a little bit of research, and I found out that from what I am understanding, from what I have been reading and stuff, that the 1x1 brick is not called a stud. It's called a 1x1 brick. A stud, according to the Lego website, a portion I found based on, I guess, the history of the Lego company, this round part on top that connects all of the pieces together, that's the stud. Just this little connection part right here. And then within the pieces, you have what they call the rods, okay? And so the rods and the studs connect to make, the bricks stay together. So this part right here, this top part, is actually the stud. So now we know what a Lego stud is, which this is pretty much, that's almost all that it is to it. It's just the stud, but it's technically a plate. So I got a little laughed at, and I learned a lesson, and then I learned some more, and it was all kind of fun, funny. But I like those things. I like it when you can actually have an experience and learn from it, laugh about it later, and now I've got studs all over the place, don't I? Don't have to go looking for them at all. Okay, now here we go. This, I believe, is the Easter egg that my daughter is talking about, okay? And it is this, let's see, it's a teapot. And it is from, I'm going to read here from some, Turan? Oh my goodness, I'm not going to say any of these words right. She says the teapot is the teapot of Turan, which traps Nauticon, a djinn, and she says he's a bad dude. And so I guess that may potentially be, and it was from, I don't remember exactly which season. She said it was season 6, excuse me. It's from season 6. So this is possibly the Easter egg, and that's possibly the teapot that traps the guy. And we're going to just kind of bury it in down here, right in here. So that's pretty cool, huh? I would assume it almost have to be an Easter egg, because I'm not sure why we'd be burying it in there if it wasn't, but it's kind of cool, huh? Fits in there neat, kind of at an angle. All right. see here. I got confused. There's like a gap here and I want to put something in it, but I don't think it goes right on top of these other nougat pieces. And then this goes, it'll only connect on one side. Okay. So yeah, we learn something new every day, and hopefully I have my facts straight. Curious to go back to our friend at the Lego store and actually ask him about it. What his theory on it is. Now this is, I'm going to just double check something real quick because it's having me connect with this part. Okay. We don't have the same height going on here, so these pieces... Oh no, they do connect. It didn't look like they were the same height. I'm like, this isn't going to match up, but it does. I don't know why my eyes were seeing that as uneven. We're going to cover our teapot under there. Some blue. I'm guessing it's probably some water. It's over here. There is a lot going on right now, isn't there? Yeah, pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, we're gonna work. Ooh, this is cool. I'm gonna put in a little arch piece, and if you notice, this water's coming down. That's the second time water has, because this one had one where water was flowing off here, and then there too. I love that so much. And I think that's the thing, is these little bitty things that start making a set magical. Like, I don't know, an extra little touch that's special. Really, I don't know, shows something, the heart of the designer maybe? I'm scrambling for words here. It takes it to a more personal level, I think, within the landscape of the build or the creation of it. That's cool. It's like creating like a rounded feel to the edges, which I know this set does. All right, let me see here. I don't know, but now I'm curious and I want to try to find out. If you were able to find out the names of the designers on the different sets, be able to see which different sets they're actually working on. And the reason for that is because sometimes I feel like I'm seeing similarities within designs. And maybe it's just kind of, I don't know, their mark on things. And I'm wondering if I'm seeing that kind of thing because it's the same designer. Now I'm going to have to go see if I can start identifying the designers there, if they keep that information private. But I can already tell you that if that information is out there, and I can start to see who's doing what, there will be certain sets that I will pick up regardless, with certain designers, I think. Maybe that's enough to say right now, but some people, I think, have the magic touch. And I know a lot of times I think they work in teams too. All right, we are now, just want to look at this picture and make sure I didn't go forgetting anything. No, okay. So we are going to attach this to this now, our little green points. Very nice. Looking beautiful, isn't it? Okay. And then they want us to, they're having us put a fish in somewhere. Oh, okay, because we just connected it there, so there were parts in the water that had been exposed, I guess, to the base plate underneath. So we're going to put these in there. And right there. Okay, we're going to cover all those up and seal that connection. And then we'll have our water all all flowing beautifully there with that little hole in the middle for something. Okay. They're working on so many different areas here. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Whoops. Our flower went flying away. And we have a piece right here. Okay. Now, that's the thing that's stressing me out. All right. There's no way this piece is an extra one, so I'm going to go figure out what I did wrong. All right, that was an easy fix. It's actually right here. It went beside that. And the weird thing is I think I might have put it in there, so I don't know if it flew off for some reason. Or if maybe I didn't do it, but it's safe on the set now, and we're on to bag number 4. They haven't given us any minifigs in the past couple bags, so I'm looking forward to finding another one of those. They're putting these little stepping stones or lily pads in here, but they've got 2 connection points, and it's like they want me to put it over the top of both of them. I'm trying to figure out how that's done, or if I'm doing something off here. Well. I'm not sure which it would make sense to be able to. So what am I doing wrong here? There you go. Okay, because it's like they're set, it's just the 2 points of a square that all of them make, and I was just fumbling around. That one just has 1, so that's a little easier on our brains here that don't seem to want to work. Okay. Sometimes the smallest thing becomes extremely challenging. That's when you know it's the end of the day and you're getting tired. See, this goes on top of this. And my day isn't even close to being over with. That's a terrifying thought, isn't it? I'm going to try a new recipe for dinner tonight, which is another terrifying thought. Do you guys like to try new recipes for dinner? Seems like most of the ones I tried don't end up working. Maybe I'm just really bad at picking recipes. I don't have that problem picking recipes for things to bake. But if it comes to a dinner recipe, then I tend to struggle more, so kind of nervous about this one, but we'll see if it turns out okay. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure I got these all on here right. We're putting in a whole bunch of like little topping parts. Oops. All right. You got this. Ooh, isn't that cool? It's creating all these layers to the structure. Let's see, make sure I did that right. Okay, we're going to work down here. I got really stumped there for a second on the picture. Mesmerized with how beautiful it is. I couldn't figure out where they were wanting us to work at. We're down here in this section. I'm going to start with this piece up here. Be interesting to see. I'm assuming it's going to get a little bigger than this, but maybe not. Maybe it doesn't build, maybe the base plate doesn't get too much bigger. Let's turn this around this way. Yeah. Oh, I love this dark brown. I'm going to put a couple in there. And then this is going to be fun. We're going to put one here. And then it looks like, if I've got this right, this just hangs off the edge. So I'm sure that's going to be covered up with something. Probably in the near future. All right. I just love the way this is being built up. Ooh, okay. We've got this nice tall piece here. Goodness, it's so tall. It's going out of the shot there. Okay. I'm very curious as to what this is because now, you know what? I'm going to sneak a peek back. I've been sitting here building and I forgot what it looks like. Oh, this is that rock. This is the one that moves. So we must be working on our dragon, our stone dragon down here. For some reason, I was thinking this was going to become the dragon, but I had it backwards. This is a cool piece. Oops, I'm sorry. I can't say I've seen that piece before. That's going to go right in here and keep it going through all the way. There we go. Secure that. That's a nifty piece. I have a feeling we're going to get a little, I don't know, feels a little complicated here. I'm wondering what we're going to build up. I like a good challenge with bricks, though. I like it when things keep me wondering. Oh, let's pick him up. He's going to be a little... He's very sturdy, though. He can pick him up, move him around quite well. Some aren't too secure until they're all together, but not other ones. Kind of feel like a rock from the beginning. All right, let's see. This goes there. And then we need one of these pieces, and this goes up top there. Okay. But he's a solid stone dragon here, isn't he? At least the beginnings of him. Okay. I think that this is going to be really, really amazing. Super excited to see how this part comes together. But I love rock in general. So anything built out of rock, I love even more. I just put in an extension to the stone patio. Laid some pavers down for our hammock to sit on and an umbrella with it. And we kind of had it partial last year, but we had some grass, kind of like a checkerboard pattern where grass could grow up between the pavers, but that just did not work out very well, and it was a nightmare to maintain. So I just decided to just put pavers through the whole area, make it simple. And so I'm out there working, and my son told me, he goes, "I don't think you like grass very much." He said, "I think if you could put rock everywhere, you would." Which isn't true. I like grass. I just like rock too. Oh, wait a minute. This was supposed to go down first. So I like rock outside. I put slate flooring in my kitchen bathroom inside, and if I can build something out of Lego bricks and create a stone, I'm going to. So maybe I should have chosen a different profession, you think? I just think they're kind of mesmerizing. There was a place in Estes Park, Colorado that had, I believe that oh my goodness, I've been there so many times and I'm going to get my history wrong. I believe a dam broke and flooded down into an area, and these huge rock boulders were brought down with it, and there was actually a campground, I believe, underneath of it, and I'm thinking that there was some lives lost. It was quite a while ago. And so it's very unfortunate what happened. But the rock boulders that were left from the catastrophe, I mean, it's just huge rock, and it's just unbelievable to see. And so you can go walk around them. It's just amazing. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm going to have to try to search my brain for a minute here and figure out what this might be. I'm thinking that they are going to be... Now, where did that piece go? Oh, here it is. It looks a lot like scrolls. Okay. Now, it says to put this in here, but then... Oh! It's got to go into the actual rods there. I'm like, it won't fit. Yes, it does. Let's see here. Because they don't look like something now, but just give it a second. And they're going to look. See if I get the colors right here. They want green on white, gold on red, green on the sand yellow, a blue on this white, and then another gold on the blue. Oops. Where's the gold? Okay. Now, don't they look like little scrolls? I think that's what it is. And it goes, oops. Now, I know it fits in there. Don't be difficult. Okay. Look at that. I think that's really cool. It's got to be scrolls. Oh, something else fun. Uh-oh. Looky, looky. I think that may be the Chima crystal that has been talked about. And, oops, nope, that way. It's got a little... Wait, I've done something wrong here. I have this off. We're going to restart. The curve goes this way. That's very weird. I was putting it different because I'm like, okay. When you do it, make sure your curve piece goes this way and then the 3x1 goes on top of that. And then this one goes into the center of those 4 studs. Oh, okay. Looky there. And then this sits up here on top of that. Then we're going to we're making all kinds of fun little things here. I'm going to put this into here, make a little candle. That's cool. Oops. Some pieces are snug to go on. All right. And they want us to put this piece right down there. So we're obviously building the inside to a little area. It's got the stepping stones. That's pretty cool, huh? Okay. I'm going to move these out a little bit so we can bring this up just a little closer to work with. Okay, it's gotten a little bit tedious. Make sure we're doing everything right here. Making a little opening, I suppose. Okay. So this must be like inside the dragon fountain. Not sure what would be the actual name here that we would appropriately use. I like these things. I think they're supposed to be like vines. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Let's see what they've got us doing here. Another big piece that's going to be put on somewhere. Oops. I'm not sure what this is. Be exciting to see. The set's going together very well. It's not too intimidating, but there's definitely care that needs to be taken in making sure you've got the placements right on everything. Okay, let's see, we're gonna turn this around and then, oh, okay, it's gonna seal up this area out here. Okay, push that in. Isn't that nice? Right? Finishing up that bit of structure, and then we're gonna work right here again. Okay. Making it very solid. Very solid. Oh. Okay, this piece is going to go... I'm going to build this first, actually. They've got a couple little things going on here on top of it. You easily move this around without bumping anything off. Okay, we've got another little fun thing. I love how they're just sealing all this up, creating all these rounded edges, and this one goes right here. So I think that this is going to be the length and width probably for the most part. Probably not the length, there might be a little more added on, but definitely the width of the build. So it's not a huge build, but it's very nice sized and a lot of detail going into it. Right, I'm going to turn that back around actually because we're going to attach a little bit more here. I'm going to put another one of those brown viney looking things on. It's going to rest on that. That's cool. And then we have this thing that's going to go, okay, we need this piece. It's interesting, they put 2 of these connectors, but we're only going to use one of them on the top, and then it's going to rest on the bottom one. And then we're going to attach in our much larger vine to it. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And we're going to move on to bag number 5. We finally get to do another minifig here with bag number 5, and it looks to be Nia. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I always say it wrong, and I'm always getting in trouble for it, but I'm pretty sure that's, oh, look at her face. She has a mask on one side, and then, well, kind of a look of determination on the other. Let's put it on this side. That's cool. Okay. Nia, I believe that's how it's pronounced. And she's pretty cool. They're very different from some of the other sets that I've gotten. Their hair is like a lot, has a lot more volume to it. Pretty cool. And she comes with, goodness, she comes with a host of weapons here. Let's see. She has the swords that go in the back. Put those in there. I love these pieces that they have where the swords can be put in. Super cool. And then so we're going to make a little, trying to figure out which way that goes. There we go. I'm not sure what kind of weapon you would call this. It's like a dagger of some sort. I'm sure it actually is probably a very important weapon, but I'm not tracking on that one just yet. Hopefully when I get closer to some of the other seasons, I might know, because they're golden weapons, and I have a feeling that was really important. She's pretty cool, though. Look, she comes with all kinds of stuff. All right, we're going to put her over here by our other minifigs, and we're going to get started on this next bag. All right, I've got a lot of brown pieces, so I'm wondering if we're going to be able to actually start working on some of the, well, there's a tree in it, I believe. Actually, put that down. build this up first. The backs are kind of small. You're kind of working through them pretty quickly. This one goes back in there. There we go. Make sure that gets pushed out. Oops, I forgot a piece. Right here on the top. Okay. Kind of nice. I think I like when maybe the backs are a little smaller and feel like you're accomplishing something quickly with each one, but it doesn't bother me if the backs have more in them either. Let's see here. It has me putting down like that, I believe. Right. It's weird. The instruction in the instruction book, if you're looking at it, it's got this viewpoint, but then we're working back here. So I've kind of flipped it around here, but then I'm trying to make sure I'm not doing something in reverse. So I think this goes on like this. And they have this coming here. These little pieces, I really do. I know I've probably said it before, but I really do love the color of that green working in with this gray. It's really nice. Okay. We're going to another little rock attachment. Looks like some almost moss or something growing on it. And place that right on that. That's pretty cool, doesn't it? I'm not sure if it's warming up in your neck of the woods, but it's just feeling more and more like spring here. And I was outside working and happened to see my very first rose bloom from one of my my main rose bushes. I had some of the little knockout rose bushes had kind of popped up, but this is actually one of my white lies, I believe. Wait a minute, I forgot a piece. Yeah, one of my white lie roses bloomed, tucked away back on the side of the house by a window, and I was like, oh my goodness, look at you. Oh my, and look at me. Okay. Gonna fix that mistake. This goes on the other end. Goodness, I'm always doing little things like this, aren't I? Go back a page. Thought I was so smart and had that down. So you want to make sure that the longest portion here is what you're attaching all these pieces to, not this cute little short one that comes up. Or you'll make the same mistake that I just did. Because when it goes in here, it needs to be flush with that all the way across the top. Okay. This piece goes on there. We're building up all kinds of little stuff, aren't we? But I was very excited about the roses blooming. I'm a little bit worried about them because I don't feel like our frost and freezes are completely done yet, but I'm hoping that they are kind of winding down and the roses won't be in danger anymore. Last year I would panic, and anytime there was a frost after they had started to kind of leaf out, I would go cover up all the rose bushes and all the plants. And this year, frankly, I'm just too tired. And I'm like, yeah, well, if you decided to bloom early, then you're going to have to just deal with it. We're actually going to turn this. Got a little confused there. And then work on this side of it. So I kind of left them. This goes that way. All right. To see if they could kind of sort it out themselves, I figured if they were smart enough to think it was time to leaf out, then they would have to be smart enough to figure out how to handle the cold. And there was There was definitely some leaves that were a bit back with some of the colder nights, but they actually have done very, very well. So, okay, now we're going to put this in here. There's this round plate we put in the bottom, and it's got 2 spots there that we're going to fit this into. The weird thing is I don't like the way that it's fitting because it's like wanting to... I think that we're going to correct a mistake I may have made earlier. When I put this round plate on, I had it right along the edge of this piece right here, this bottom piece, but it needs to come up one more than that so that there's an overhang, because in order to put this on there and it to line up properly with that, it has to have that overhang. So maybe you realized that and did that, but I put it back one too far. So got that all fixed. Okay. All right, we're gonna do something built in here. I told Matt that I was going to just focus on the plants that I had in the beds, and I wasn't going to be trying to put a whole bunch more in this year. He probably didn't believe me, but I had great intention of it, and then I started to go to the nurseries. You know, I needed mulch and, you know, this, that, or the other, just some little things. And then somehow plants started to make their way into the cart. You know, oh, this bed needs a little something there, and oh, I should probably put in a little ground cover, you know, some of the creeping thyme that I like, and it just kind of has continued slowly. And would you believe I bought another rose bush? Well, there was an area on the side of the house where we were keeping the trash cans, and it was behind a little tree that was there, and we thought it was concealed enough, but the HOA got fussy, and they told everybody in the neighborhood, you can't have your trash cans there unless there's like a whole fence or something, partition, and you have to move them, you know, if you don't have that. And so we ended up moving them into the backyard where we had a spot. And then I had this area that was just kind of like, I don't know, it was a perfect little squared off area that I had placed, you know, gravel in to put the trash cans on, and now it just looked kind of weird. And so I had Matt remove all the gravel and clean it up and put in a rose bush, because I knew it got enough sun there. And you can actually see the rose bushes on the back of the fence growing up, so I thought it would kind of a pretty continuation there. So there you go. Now I have another one. But I did get a knockout rose bush, so they don't require near as much maintenance. They just do pretty well on their own versus some of the other ones. The tea roses and the floribunda, something. Huh, goodness. Those names get all jumbled up in my head. But they're going to have to stop letting me go to these stores. So I keep sneaking little plants in. This is an interesting little thing we're making here. I was also having a pretty difficult time with, let me see here. Something just feels a little off. This is off. I'm going to grab my little, this needs to go over one. There needs to be a gap there to put this guy in. Last year I had a very difficult time getting to watering all of the beds because of some health troubles I'm working through. It was just really hard with the heat and everything to get to everything, and the plants, they did okay. I mean, everybody lived through it, but they probably didn't thrive as much as I was hoping that they would. Let me see, we need to put in another, there we go, another one of those goes right there. And so after I did a lot of research trying to figure out if I wanted to put in a drip irrigation system or just put in some soaker hoses to try to figure out a way to make it a little bit more manageable for me and healthier for the plants. And I have decided to try to do a soaker hose situation, but one that is not just individual hoses you actually can buy. Let's see, how do you describe it? They're calling them soaker kits. So they have the hose, but then you put on different ends and kind of create however you want it to look. Versus just one hose that is a certain length, so I can cut it to size and different things. Let's see here. So I've just started to kind of work on that, and I got it into one bed, but I don't know, the pressure stayed great through the whole thing. I'm going to put this on. Let's see here. Oh, it goes back here. And it goes this way. Make sure I'm doing this right. Ooh, we've extended. Well, I was not expecting him to completely freak out about something. That scared me half to death. Hope it didn't scare you. I think he must have heard something outside. Who knows? Okay, so we've got this. I was trying to attach this onto this when Wally scared us all. But that looks really nice there, doesn't it? Okay. Made it a little bit wider on this end. All right, let me see. But anyways, I laid it all out, and it had to be kind of up and over a portion of the holly tree that kind of surrounds the little bed that I'm putting it in, which I don't love. I really dislike that bush. I've made it into more of a tree. I've brought the leaves all up and everything, which makes it look nice in the area, but it's always dropping its leaves, and I can't stand it. I'm hoping to eventually replace it with something, but it had water pressure that made it all the way through it, which is what I was hoping for. So it did great there, but it flooded one area and then didn't get enough water to another. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm going to have to go out and fiddle with it for a while and see if I can get it to look right. Look at this long root that we just made. It's kind of, it looks like a tail. Okay. Don't want to pop anything off. It's got to go in there. Okay. And it just kind of lays there. You know, I was wondering if I put that on now. Let's put it that way. I think it's supposed to go. I don't know how it's supposed to go. It's kind of funny looking. I think that's right, though. That's really cool. Okay. Cruise through that bag, and we're on to bag number 6. Okay, another minifig. We got Kai here. And look at this. He's got a mask. And then his face, he's got a little bandage on his face. Looks like he's seen some action. He's also got one of these little cows. Lots of hair. I think that's the best part about these minifigs is these hair pieces that are just very, a lot of volume. Okay, he has 2 swords too. So far the only one that hasn't had the swords is Lloyd. But they both have one. Okay, and he also gets another one of these little golden weapons here, but his has this little machete looking thing on the end of it. Versus her little, gosh, I don't even know what to call him. I'm going to think about it later. He's pretty cool, isn't he? His print job's awesome. All right, we'll put, oops, those next to each other. Okay. Now, let's see where we're going to work. Where did they have us working here? right up here. All right, lots starting to go on this set. You know how excited it is. I took a break there between bags 4 and 5 and went down. I had to make dinner and stuff, and I went up to my daughter and I said, "Why in the world did you not tell me how amazing this set is?" And she was like, "Didn't you know?" I'm like, "No." She was laughing at me. Such an amazing set. Look at this. We've created with 3 pieces a rock. We're going to use this hole here. Look at that. It's just so cool. It really is the little things sometimes that make the most amazing things. I'm not sure what we're doing here. We're building up another. Oh, goodness. We're going to get involved here for a second because it looks like we're making where we can connect something later on. Can be pretty awesome, I'm sure. Okay. And they have us putting all of that right there, and it does look like this part is overhanging. You know me, sometimes I get those things wrong. Okay. All right, now we're going to make another thing. Goodness. They've got us doing all kinds of stuff. I'm actually working on my mini Venus Morgul that I'm trying to build so that I can actually have a permanent smaller one in our home versus the larger one that my son and I made, which I miss so much. All right, we're going to put that right. Oh, look at that. He goes right underneath there. He goes into there. Isn't that cool? And I'm a little worried about it because it's taking a lot more pieces than I had originally thought maybe it was going to. It's going to have to be a little bit bigger than my original thought had been. And my son was like, "You're not going to be able to afford to build this set. It's too big. You have to simplify." But when we tried to simplify, he was helping me for a few days there when he was home for a break. It just wasn't looking right. It wasn't going to look the same way I was hoping for it to look. See how we're coming around here? So I talked to Matt about it, and he said, build it the way you want to build it, and then we'll just slowly work on getting the pieces that we need. He said, "I'd rather you build it how you want it to be." So I'm still trying to keep it as reasonably sized as I can. But sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I was trying to figure out where those went. But I'm still trying to get the same feel as the original one that we built off of it. So we'll see how it goes. We built up a really amazing base to it, which is somewhat unconventional. I'll call it that. My son built most of it, and it's a very unique way of building it. It's super secure, but at one point it's literally being held together with little droid arms until you get all the pieces in there. It's very interesting. I will, let me just check if I can get you a picture of the inside of this thing. So we will see. I have to actually widen it some or lengthen it. The width is fine, but I need to lengthen it because I'm not going to be able to fit all of the edges of the outside of the castle or fortress. Not sure what they call it for sure. Oh, I think I'm building a claw. Ooh, That's really cool. Okay. All right. Now let me see what in the world. They have it facing this way, but they appear to be putting it over here, which, let me turn the page for a second. Okay, because I'm like, this does not make any sense to me. So we're going to put this into here, and that's going to go, maybe you do have to pop it down. Okay, you do have to pop it down into place there, so it is snapping in, and then this piece goes in and goes through those white holes. And then, this is very interesting. And that piece then goes in there. Okay, did that make any sense? So you're snapping it in on top of those pieces that are there, but then you're securing it to this Technic piece with the pin. We're getting technical here. But the reason I brought that setup is because it amazes me how when you're designing something and building something, how difficult and intricate it can become trying to figure out, even all these little outside attachments and stuff. And I'm always amazed when I'm building them. It's like, why did they put that piece there? Why did they do that? I was just thinking, why did they put a pin in? Wouldn't it have been just secure if it was snapped on there? But, when you're in the middle of building it, there definitely can be a reason for that, as the designer, you figured out that needs to be there. And maybe as just the builder, you're not realizing what was happening to cause the need for that. So it's all very interesting. I like to think about, kind of the design process. And unfortunately, my son had to go back to school, and since he'll be graduating and very busy with the next steps in his life, I'm going to be having to finish this on my own, and I'm nervous. I haven't gotten back to working on it yet. And I think because I'm just dawdling, because I'm like afraid I'm going to mess up or something. I don't know. But I'm going to have to just get in there and get it done. All right, this goes in here now. And there's a little bit of a recess in here, as you can see, and it's got to fit down in there. But it does. And then we've sealed up this edge and this hand over here too. Isn't that cool? Okay, we are going to turn him around though, because we're going to be working in here, and it looks like we're going to make a sticker. Number 3. Oh. It might be a dragon, but it kind of looks like a snake. I actually like the snakes in the first season. I like Pythor, I believe is his name. It always cracks me up. And isn't there like a mini version of him? I love the mini version of him. I actually don't have a minifig of him, and I need to be on the lookout to try to find one. I might need to go to Bricks and Minifigs a little bit more and see if they maybe get one in, because I think I need him in my collection. He kind of cracks me up. That, is it snakes? No, something else. Anyways, there's a couple of them that crack me up. Okay, let me see here. We've got... Okay, this is supposed to go... This is weird. This is supposed to go on top of that. I think I did that right. Oh, we're going to make a little table. I love the way that they've been making the candles lately with that piece right there. And then put the little candle in. Yep, that's right. Okay. We can light up our picture there. Just a little busy stuff going on. That goes back there. Oops. Slippery hands today. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, make sure you line this up right with the picture. That's where I always make my mistake. I love these pieces. And then you can attach, they're great for attaching doors to or different things. Okay, now this one, because it has an overhang, is going to go like that. And I'll put another one down to even that up. Okay, I've got it right. It turned around. I was like, oh yeah, I did something wrong. I love the teapots. I like the green one that they make, but the white ones are cool too. Now look at what they're using for cups. They don't actually have cups. They have the same pieces we used to make the candle, but they're putting them inverted. Oh, now that's a genius move. I love that. Okay, we're gonna put that in to there. Nope. Why does that not look right? It's supposed to have the rounded edge. Okay, I've taken off this part because I didn't do that part wrong. So I have my little components, but I told you at the beginning, make sure you have this piece right. So I had it like this, but it's supposed to be like this. And this piece is supposed to go like that. So the curve is here underneath here. I don't know why sometimes I can't see it the way it's supposed to be, but I can just pop that because the top of the table was correct. Okay, and then when we put it on, see it has this rounded edge under here. Goodness me. I should have been able to figure that one out quicker than that. Okay, now we can go to bag number 7. All right, no minifig in this bag, but there's a lot of pieces and it looks like we're getting ready to do something a little complicated. So let's hope I can pay attention enough to figure this out, right? I'm gonna put these on first and then put the little plates underneath of them. Okay. So let's see here. We need another one of these in here. I wonder what we're building up. It has a little picture, but it's not quite clear as to what it is. As far as what it's going to be on the thing, is probably just an additional start to the next portion of the build. Right, let me see here. Little gray money pieces. Maybe we could call them steel bars. All right, that's looking correct, I think. All right, let me see here. This has definitely got a lot going on in it. We're putting 2 of these in here. They're snapping in. I like those things. They're a cool way of getting, does not want to go in. Give me a second. There we go. I got through everybody through spring break, here and back again. I got through Easter, and hopefully, so Percy on the other side of his surgery, and I thought, okay, things are going to actually calm down some here, and then I realized, let me see, make sure you do this right. He goes, He doesn't overhang up front, I don't think. I think he goes back one because you should have 3 studs there. I'm going to mess that one up for sure. Paid attention, and I think I got it right. What in the world is this? Okay. I'm going to spin this around, and he goes. So he's like the back of the... Okay. Now, these look to be perfectly in line with each other, so make sure it gets on there like that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? It's like the back of the dragon, maybe. Yeah, I thought, okay, finally gonna rest and get some things done. And then I realized how much work I have to do for all the upcoming graduations. I haven't hired announcements yet. I haven't planned any parties. We actually homeschool our children, and our last one is graduating, and so kind of up to us to plan all of the ceremony out. I don't have anything planned and ready. So I am gonna have to start scrambling very quickly to get it all organized. And I work well under pressure, but goodness, this might be procrastinating a little bit too much. Okay, let me see here. Thankfully, the announcements are easy on the college end because they just tell you where to go and they have all the school's information. You just put in your child's information and then they take care of the rest for you. You just have to give them a payment. So that'll be nice. Gotta get that done. Oh, I'm gonna snap something in there. But I have so much to do and a whole bunch of family coming in for it, and I am going to really have to get a wiggle on here. Okay, this fits in here. I know it goes in there. It's a little snug. Pop it down in there. Okay, that worked. There is a lot of little things going on here. So no rest for me. I'm going to have to get moving on things. It's all exciting things though, positive things. Okay, let me see here. All right, this goes up there. This is interesting. I'm not sure what this is. It goes on. It's weird. They're once again, they're showing it from this angle and having me put it in. Oh, okay. That's why they're having me. It goes in like this because this other candle goes on the other side of this. I'm trying to figure out. It's not snapping. It just, maybe it's supposed to move. All right. Maybe that's just the way they're just going to secure it. Let's turn it here. And they're going to build up back in here. It's close, you can see what I'm doing. Things are looking around. Pieces everywhere. Okay, so this is interesting. They're going to take this and put on 5 of these pieces. I love the plates that are 5 long. It's really nice to be able to have. It seems like that you never saw these, and now you're seeing them more and more. And they're just really nice to have. I'll tell you how many times I have to put 3s and 2s together to make 5s. Put another one on top of there. They are all over the place, aren't they? I figure what in the world I'm doing here. I think that's right. It feels a little interesting, but okay. So you have all these different levels in here, but over here you've got a bunch of different levels going on too. So, if you see, it matches up perfectly there. Snaps on. All right. It's kind of got me scared. My daughter doesn't want a huge, big ordeal done. She's, she's just simple and very, well, shy would probably be a good way of describing her. And so she doesn't want a big ruckus going on, but I think it's a big deal. We just might plan a big ruckus. Have a good time celebrating her accomplishment, getting through these years of school and getting ready to move on to the next big step in her life. Now, where are we? Goodness, like I said, we're just all over the place. This is only attached on one side, so this is loose. I'm sure it's going to get stronger somewhere else. Okay, so here is something. This is another thing that I read about, that this right here might actually be the book, might actually be a teaser to the upcoming season. Just interesting. I'm not sure exactly what. Kind of hard to see because I know it's dark. I'm not sure what that is. I'm probably going to have to... Oh, it's a cover. I'm sure all of you that are major Ninjago fans are many steps ahead of me on what this signifies or could signify. You're probably very excited about it. Let me know if you know. If this has great importance, but I think that's what I read, that this is supposed to maybe be alluding to that. Put the little book in there. Super cool. Okay. I'm going to take this other big piece. Kind of a lovely little piece here, isn't it? Ow. Goodness, he just slipped right off. I thought I was pushing him on right. And then this, look at that. It just covers up the little secret book. I even made a little mark on my Lego when I did that. My Lego brick there. Ugh, how frustrating. Okay. I'm going to spin it around here. Put that there. Now, where do these two pieces go? One goes here, and the other one goes up here. I like these little cheese slopes. They do all kinds of cool little things, don't they? To add detail to them. The outside of sets, I'm sorry. I was trying to make sure I had this angle right. Do you think I do? There's so much going on here. It definitely makes me a little nervous to make sure I'm doing this right. All right, and this is going to go, we've got our holes right here. I think it's going to go straight in the center holes there, kind of. All right. Ooh, we're going to make the other arm. Isn't that funny? I keep moving this. Ooh, I love those pieces. Those big right-angled pieces. Okay. Did I do that right? Yeah. I like how they've built in his arms here. I think a lot's going to attach to this one. Oops, okay. We gotta fit a little T-slope in here. It might be a little tricky to put in. Not too bad. Put a little bar right there. I got a flat arm, doesn't he? Here we go. And we're gonna beef it up some. I was thinking this dragon may need to put on some muscle. And he's getting better here. It's interesting how they've been, no, wait a minute. Okay, like that doesn't go. I was trying to put it down here one, but it goes up here. Kind of connects those two. All right, we're gonna set this portion of his arm down for a second, and we're gonna make sure our curve is in the right spot here. That way. Going to make his hand, actually, I believe. Okay. He's got 3 claws coming out. I love these pieces right here. These claw pieces. I think there's so many possibilities with design with them. We might be in trouble. There's no way this is an extra piece. And we're gonna have to figure it out again. Okay. But that does look correct. And he is going to attach, oh. So we have the ball here and the socket here. Oops, kind of knocked a candle off back here. And he's gonna go in here. So this actually can move. They have it actually down here more. Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna go figure out where this piece went to. All right, when we built this little piece that, you know, the piece that moves around, there's a piece back there that this was supposed to go on top of. It's like a nougat colored piece. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Oh, I'm gonna make a mess of it. Oh no, there we go. It goes, my finger's too fat. It goes back there. You can kind of see it in there now. I don't know how I missed that. Okay, so he's in place now. We'll put this back on. All right. Now we can move on to bag number 8. Okay, we have another minifig here, and I'm hoping I'm going to pronounce this correct. I believe it's Euphrasia. And I am completely unfamiliar with this character. It has an amazing hairpiece. Oops, let me see. How's this going? It's got a big bun on the back, and it's got all these braids working into it. It's really cool. Or she can have her hair taken off and she can have a cloak put on top. So super cool. But yes, I don't know anything about this character. So it'll be very interesting to find out more about her. And she comes with, gonna be honest, it kind of looks like a staff. Of some sort. So now I'm more curious than ever about what her part is to play in these seasons. The good news is this is going to actually help me get motivated to get back to watching these. I have to finish the Star Wars Rebels first, because I'm on the last season, and I need to get that done, and then I'll be caught up with all my Star Wars shows. I love her print job on the front. It's this really beautiful blue. I like that a lot. And once I'm caught up with all of the Star Wars, then I can get back to getting caught up on my Ninjago. She doesn't want to stand up straight. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to have to get a move on this. All right, let's see what we're going to build now. Lots of brown pieces in this bag. Thinking we're going to be working on a tree. That's my guess. Normally I have the puppy there maybe with Matt, or I know he's settled down. But I wanted to keep him with me this time, but I was not expecting for him to bark and scare me so bad a while ago. I thought he'd settled down and was kind of just, he'd been chewing on a bone, but he must have heard something I didn't hear. I'm still kind of cracking up about that. He's the funniest dog. He kind of has this panic bark. I wouldn't call him skittish, but he definitely gets kind of a humorous, panicked little howl or bark or whatever you want to call it when something is unfamiliar to him. It's rather humorous. Okay, let's see, this goes onto here. When he's outdoors, all the neighbors know if, something was blowing around or something he wasn't familiar with, because he just lets out this horrible noise of panic. Mostly because he sees something in the wind that isn't familiar to him. All right, we're going to put our last sticker on. I'm also wondering if this has some sort of important meaning to it. It's a really cool sticker. This goes in between here. Okay, we're going to flip this to this side. Put that there. Funny, we're covering up some holes in there. Oh my goodness. Before I do anything else, I have a feeling I might have made a mistake. No, I didn't. There is supposed to be one that's coming this way, but then it's scaring me a bit because, oh, okay, we're good. So these holes are going this way. And then there were two that we put in with holes going in that way. And I thought, well, when we put something in here, it's going to hit. But this connection here must be what a long rod is going to be put in. I'm sorry, I panicked there thinking we were going to have a major problem later on. But that is correct. They've got them going two different ways. But we're covering this up. But that's probably because we don't need to access it that way, because we're going to be accessing it through right there to secure something. Got myself into a little panic there. Those are not the mistakes you want to make. Something that that deep in, that goes up there. Then you're tearing the whole thing apart. All right, we're going to turn it here. It's a complicated little guy, isn't he? Okay, we're going to do two more of the little cheese wedges, excuse me. One goes there, and one goes down here. Oh goodness, okay, now we're going to put it right over this. Let me see if I can get that snapped on nice and strong. Okay, so now see, we'll have access there to that pin, and then we'll have the connections there. Sorry, jiggling all over the place. Oh, look, and the paintings in there above the tea serving. Okay, that one actually scared me a little bit, but here we go. This one goes through there and connects this whole thing. I'm telling you, the designer did not want this breaking apart. Good luck taking this apart if you have to. Okay. They have it spun this way, and they want us to put And put it this way. They want us to put this back in here. Okay. And then this one goes here, which is interesting to me because it's like it could cave in. It doesn't have 2 connection points. I think that's supposed to go there. But then that still wouldn't be long enough to... Well, now I've got myself confused again. Okay, I found another little mistake that I like to make. So I'm going to take this piece off and take those 2 pieces we just tried to put on. And this piece right here is supposed to turn that way. So I'm hoping you weren't following me enough to make that mistake, but we'll fix it right here. Then this piece is going to go onto here. Then when we put this piece on, he won't be loose because he'll have a connection. And that piece that we'd worked in a while ago goes back on top there. Does that make sense? Goodness. We put one piece the wrong way just a little bit. Everything messes up. Okay. But don't worry, we figured it out. So now we're going to work on this. Just amazes me. I think I'm doing something right. And I'm doing all kinds of stuff wrong. Okay, now this is going to go right there. Yeah. Pop it down all the way. Okay, now we're going to make something else that looks complicated too. So we're going to go slow and steady, and we're going to make sure that we get this done right. Ooh, okay, here we go. I'm like, I can't see that piece. But he was hiding in there. Oops. And we're going to shove this red rod right into there. I wonder what this is going to be. We are just busy doing all kinds of little things. It's getting very complicated. But it's sure going to look amazing at the end. All right, they said that we need to have this here. And then one of those there. So that kind of just sealing up this outside like that with those dark brown pieces. Love the dark brown pieces. All right, we're going to put that down and make something else here. Goodness, I feel like if you watch this, you're watching it for the bloopers. So it seems to be all that I'm making. All right. I'm going to have to go back and build the Aston Martin, the James Bond car, because I know I made mistakes in it because it doesn't do all of the things that it's supposed to have the movement and do, and I'm going to have to go back, take the thing apart, and figure out what in the world I did. I did it a while ago, but all right, we're going to turn this around, and we're going to build up something very similar over here. Because it's overhanging. Oh, like that. Ha! See? I was going to make another mistake. I had it turned wrong. Silly me. Okay, then it'll secure on with these things. Make sure I did it right on the other side. I don't think I did. No, I did do that right. It looks different on this side versus this side. Okay. Just double checking, and we're going to put it in. Let's see, we're going to turn it this way, and those 2 holes that we freaked out about earlier is going to snap in perfectly. Thank goodness that worked. All right. They want us to seal up this on over here with this piece right here. Okay, that wasn't too hard. Like I said, they've just got us going all over the place. Okay, sealing up one thing after another. Making it look nice on the outside. Here we go, this piece goes right there. So is there some sort of, let's see, I'm gonna look at the front of the book. So this, we're building up, I guess, what appears to be a tree coming, a tree coming on the back side of the dragon here. All right, we're gonna work on the top. This book has just about, it's giving me a run for my money. We're gonna put it this way so we get that angle correct. All right, this looks pretty good, I think. I'm gonna put that right back in here. Okay, make sure that we leave, oh, I know he goes in there, make sure we leave 2 connection points visible there for this next step, I believe. All right, and then that goes into there. I'm guessing we're going to be attaching the head up here. Okay. This is going to cover this piece. And then we've got a couple of the little pieces here to kind of round off these edges here and here. Okay. And now we are moving on. We have 2 more bags left, I believe. And Master Wu's coming up next. In the next bag is our next minifig, so let's move on to bag number 9. I'm so excited that we're almost finished. Get to build another minifig here, and it's Master Wu. I love this beard accessory. I think it's just one of the awesome ones that they make. Got a sweet little face, and then his little hat. I love that hat. He's looking very knowledgeable, and he's got a little golden staff or weapon here that he holds. So look at that. He's like, has tan coloring with gold printing on it. See that? It's kind of shiny. It's really awesome. All right, we'll put him back here. And then we're going to work with some blue. Some more of that lovely blue. I have a feeling we're working on the water that comes down. He's, depends on how you look at it, whether it's pouring out or he's throwing it up. Oh, okay. So, remember a long time ago talking about a little connector piece being built down in there. And so this is going to go into there. It makes a very secure waterfall coming down, which is nice. Okay, then they're going to actually take us and push that to the side, but we're going to actually work on the head to the stone dragon here. Some of these pieces in this moss type green, I'm sure there's a more specific name that they use for it. I'm not familiar with. I don't see them. Some of these pieces in that color very much, so that's awfully nice to have. I'm trying to remember. I know we talked at the beginning about the different colors of the different ninjas being represented in the base somewhere, and I know we did green and blue. I think there was red. Now I'm concerned that I missed some of them. I wasn't paying close enough attention to make sure that there was each one there. I'm sure there probably was. Flip back through the manual to see where they all are, because shouldn't there have been black and blue and red and goodness, what am I missing? Well, there's 2 different kinds of blue, isn't there? Because there's J and then, is it Nia? Oh, let me see here. Okay, I'm going to do this with this first. I like these half circles in this smooth. Here we go. He was hiding there. And then this is going to go on there. I think according to the little picture, we're making his head, which I think is the coolest looking part of the set. Okay, let's put that down and make another one. Another little something here. And there's so many gray pieces, I'm having a hard time picking them out from each other. Well, I personally think this set is really impressive. Okay, let me see. Oh, look at these. Those are nice. They're like the little, it's like teeth. They usually come in white. I've seen them in yellow, but I have not seen them, I don't believe, in this, the translucent blue. I'm not sure if the microphone was picking Wally up or not. I left him downstairs with my daughter for a bit, and I think he just figured out that I wasn't there. And he's not happy, so he's singing to let me know he's around. Okay. I'm wondering if those are actually going to be his eyes, because I believe that they're kind of that blue. This is interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. Okay, let me see. Get these angles right, because it looks like they're going inward like that. If I'm seeing it right. Where are you? There's a little hidden piece in here. Here we go. Okay, and then we've got more. This one's thrown me for a little bit. I'm not sure why. There's so many little pieces going on here. Okay. I seem to be, here we go. Finally tracking everybody down here. All right, now let me see. We need another half circle, and then, well, that took us entirely too long to figure out. All right. That looks pretty good. I wonder what this part is. It's like his nose coming out. Maybe those are his teeth. Okay, I think I'm figuring him out. Oops, kind of popped out there. I'm actually just realized that I have had somebody sitting beside me the whole time, working with me. He's actually a dragon that I have actually been working with, and a build that I'm doing. And as I'm sitting here building up this dragon, I happened to look over and saw my little ice dragon hanging out here, so I'd like to introduce you to him. One of my daughters has given him the name Icy, and I'm working on an ice cave that has actually blue glowing crystals that I'm going to make. that he gets to live in. And he was just been hanging out on the bench here with me. So I thought maybe he'd like to join us for a little bit as we finish this stone dragon. But it was just kind of funny. I saw him sitting over there and I was like, oh, maybe he'd like to join this show here. Okay, let me see. But I've had a lot of fun actually working on him. He took me quite a while to make because he was a little bit difficult. His face came together actually pretty quickly, but his wings were a nightmare, and his legs, he can stand up, but it's a little bit, he's a little finicky about that. But I'm really excited to continue to work on his landscape that he's supposed to kind of sit in, and it's a big cave that's kind of attached to a waterway, maybe kind of surrounded by water. And I bought all of these crystals that I'm using fairy lights to light them up. So inside of his cave, it's all kind of be glowing with those crystals glowing. So I'm actually really excited to keep working on that. But I have been so busy with everything else going on that it's kind of been pushed off to the last minute. You know, I'm kind of disappointed about that because I'd like to have already had it done. So we'll have to get a wiggle on that too. I have to get myself organized, aren't I? But I think our dragon deserves a home, so hopefully very soon I can get on top of that. But he's got some of that same blue that we're working into this stone dragon. So what we're doing here, putting in a lot of cheese slopes and curved pieces. Oh, that one just came right out. Yeah, that'll make it secure. Okay, looks like, oh, okay, this is the top of his head. It's actually very quickly starting to look like a dragon head, even though we really haven't used a huge amount of pieces. I actually thought it would be a little bit more complicated to build than it is. It's coming together really nicely. Okay, so these go here. Snap those in. Nice part of his face, it comes down. That's nice. Oh, how genius is this? That's just one piece that makes a really nice angle there to come over his, it's almost like his eyebrows. Okay. Oh, I love how they're doing this. Really brilliant. Let's make sure we put this on the right spot. Okay. All right, I want to make, okay. Goes right up between all those other green parts, so you could, pretty easy to figure out the exact placement there. Wow, I'm really impressed with how quickly he's going together. I thought he would be a little bit more difficult, but I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, make sure you get this angle pointing towards you. I think that's correct. I get so scared nowadays because I keep messing these parts up. All right, we're going to turn this way, and then it fits because it's got 2 levels here, and then that part has 2 levels. So if you put it in, it does fit. Oh, and it actually connects to the, I'm so sorry, it connects to the blue part of the, what I'm calling the eye there. Very nice. Okay, you still see the blue kind of in there. All right, and we're going to turn it around and we're going to just do the same thing to the other side here. And I think his head's going to be pretty much done at that point. And I know it's just going to look fabulous when we put it on it. Okay, and then this goes here. Okay. All right. I should be able to put that right on top of there. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll bring this over. I think, well, let's see. No, they don't have us attaching it yet. They want us to open up bag 10. So we'll put his head over here and we'll get bag 10 open up. Okay, most of this is the pink leaves for the cherry tree. Assuming it's a cherry tree. And this is something kind of new. I haven't seen very many of these smaller leaf pieces in the pink. It's very exciting. Okay, let's see what they want us to do. A lot of little pieces here. So this could be interesting. Coming up here. But we're still working with our gray here. See, oh, put a flower over there. I'm guessing that we're kind of finishing the dragon head somehow. I'll make sure to leave one there. And this goes here. Okay, so let's see what the release is. Oh, okay, we're making the bottom of his mouth that has the water coming out of it. I love waterfalls so much. I always had a dream to travel the world and hike and either hike or go find and see every waterfall that I could. Haven't quite been able to do that, but maybe one day. Okay. Let's see. Pop that in. And now we're going to attach it. Okay. So it's showing us. Okay. So we have our pin here, and then we have our round hole connection piece there. And we're going to carefully, sometimes it's hard to get that pin, we're going to pop it in. And then holds his head right on there, snap in the water. Now he has his fountain, waterfall, whatever it is. Could be a number of things. Okay, and they're gonna have us put these in here, cover up that neck there, and a green piece. How easy is that? Okay. Looking really cool. You know, it looks like a dragon, but it almost kind of reminds me of a wolf too. Doesn't it? Kind of looks like one. Yeah, he's wondering. He's like, maybe it's a wolf, not a dragon. Okay. Now, they have us turning this. Let's turn this so we know we're kind of doing it from the right perspective here. They have these lovely different shades of pink and white. I love the pink and the white together. Neat. They're actually going to have us attach it into that little connecting thing. That's cool, huh? Yeah, they had it connecting in there. Okay. All right, we're going to work on tree trunk here. Goodness. Alright, this is where things get a little dicey. A lot of pins. May want to go ahead and attach it here. Okay. I should have brought my dragon icy over before. He's so adorable sitting here watching. Okay, let's see here. I'm a little confused on how they're putting this in. We want to attach it here, but it doesn't look quite the same because it's like coming up. I guess it's just kind of like that. It's almost like it's laying down flatter for their way, but I can't seem to figure out how you would do that and connect it in the right way, so we'll leave it like that and hope we got that right. Alright, we're going to put some more white flowers on. It's kind of cool how they have some flowers. Some leaves, excuse me, the pink leaves extending this way on it, and not just on the top of the tree. All right, we're going to build this. Oh, it looks like a branch. There's been quite a few sets recently that I have been building that have trees in them. And all of the trees have been a little bit different. It's like they're really exploring different ways to make the trees. And it's been very, very exciting because there's so many different techniques being used. It just shows the endless possibilities that can happen with the bricks. And it's just really amazing to be able to see that. Because there was a tree, goodness, there's so many trees I've made. You've got trees in Rivendell, you've got trees in the Lion's Night Castle, you had trees in the Friends Botanical Garden, you had trees in Snow White. They just, and I know I'm missing a ton. They've really been kind of beefing up the way they build the trees. And you think back many years ago to the trees that they had, just a little all-in-one piece, little green circular kind of ones, and that's what would be put into all of the sets compared to what they're doing now. It's just, I love trees and rocks, and I should just live in the woods apparently, but but it's very exciting for me to be able to see all of the amazing things that they have been doing in this way. And this one feels very special and unique in its own way. Goodness, it's got all kinds of things going on. And these pieces being in brown are amazing. Seems like I've got a whole bucket full of these, and I don't remember them being in brown. Now I'm going to keep my eyes out to hopefully pick up as many as I can in this color, because what an amazing way of using them. See, they're going to put a little white flower on here. Got so many different things going on. I'm going to make sure I don't miss what's happening. All these different ways that we can obviously connect the... Oh, this is fun. Some handlebars here. Okay, now before they hook this onto the tree, they are going to create a little lantern. It's a printed piece, cylinder piece. It's got a print to it. It's red and see-throughish. Okay. Now let's see, there's this, oops, sorry. This goes onto here. And then they're gonna hook this onto this one. Look at that. Oh, isn't that cool? It's amazing. Okay, I'm trying to figure out because, okay, so we're gonna use these because I'm like, where are these pieces going? But we're gonna use them in a second. All right, so first we're gonna start working with our leaves over here. And they want us to make 4 of the same. So we'll pull them out. It's kind of sweet how they're making these, the pinks are the same pink, but they're putting these little leaves on the ends of the bigger leaves. Like that. Okay, so that's how the leaf looks, I believe. So we'll make a few more. Go from there. The bonsai tree, I believe, has well, it has pink frogs. They're not pink leaves, they create the pink flowers. But they use the frogs, not the actual leaves. Okay, so they are having us put it in 3 different locations. I'm trying to figure out. Okay. They want to put one there. I'm trying to figure out the exact location they're wanting us to put these into. And this one goes here. Oops. It wants to pop off there. And then this one goes. I am not quite satisfied with knowing where this one goes. Oh, this I think is supposed to be up. And they have it going in like that. I mean, you could kind of arrange them however you wanted. And there's a lot of movement that's allowed with the way they've designed the trunk. So you can really move your tree around however. I mean, look at that. That's absolutely stunning. Finish with a bang. Okay. They're having us put this on this. And then this goes into this piece. And then they put this on top to make sure I'm doing this right. And then, because I'm not sure what this is. Oh, okay, so we've made essentially a branch. And then we can snap it in to this claw hook here. Okay, and we've got 3 more claw hooks, so that's obviously where we're going to put the other ones. So let me see if I can duplicate that. That one got a little tricky on me. So then this went like this. And then they put this here. And then they put one of these. Okay. And then we'll just go find another hook. Okay. All right, one more. We can do that, right? Wow. Goodness, they didn't want you to end on something boring, did they? So they've reached a climax here. It's going to be difficult to top this set. I'm not sure what I'm going to build next, but this is one of those ones that just leaves me absolutely amazed at what can be created. Oops, it's okay. We chucked off our little lantern here. All right, so let's put Icy over here for a minute and go back by the lamp. And let's get our minifigs in here. So yeah, I really enjoyed building this. I thought this was just an absolutely unbelievable set. And I'm sure that you have been enjoying it too, because unbelievable, huh? I hope you enjoyed. She just doesn't want to stand up. Hope you enjoyed building this or watching me build it. And we're going to just have to keep our eyes out for more Ninjago sets, because these are definitely worth picking up. You can kind of tilt our walk there however they want to duke it out. So thank you for watching. I really had a good time, and I hope that you did too. And I will see you again very soon with hopefully another awesome build.